Hi there, hello, and welcome from the Adelaide Oval. Just a day to go for that big semi final between India and England. The latest update from the ground is there, you can see the ground there, and the latest update is that a used pitch is going to be used for this crucial semi-final clash, and that's been the big talking point. Everyone saying that should you be using a used pitch for a crucial game like the semi-final? And this same question was asked of Josh Butler, the England captain, and he said that listen, he's had a word with the groundsman, and the groundsman has said that the pitch will hold true for the duration of 40 overs. So they're not very worried about any sort of problem that teams will encounter because of wear and tear of the pitch. So used pitch is going to be used, but Groundman is confident that there will be no distinct advantage for any team either batting first or second. So no distinct advantage there. It's hot conditions here. Feels like more in line with what India are used to rather than England. Josh Butler was asked about this as well. That do you feel that these conditions are more suitable to India? He said no, not at all. They're pretty used to it. It's going to help their team as well. But I think the most interesting point that Josh Butler made, and I don't know, you guys tell me how you see that. Do you see that as confidence or do you see that as overconfidence? And that was, Josh Butler was asked about what is the par score here at the Adelaide Oval. So his first line was, I'm not interested in a par score. I'm only interested in a winning score. So that's the first thing that Josh Butler said. Not interested in the par score, only interested in a winning score. So tell me what, do you feel that that's good confidence or that's overconfidence? He went on to say that, technically if you look at the history of Adelaide Oval and the kind of runs that they've got in the past, 165 odd seems to be like the par total, but as he said, not interested in the par score, only interested in a winning score. Then went on to add that listen, what we as an England team believe in is that if we are batting first, we want to put up a total that nobody can chase, and if we're chasing, then we want to be able to chase down any score. So that is the kind of confidence that at the moment the England team is exuding, but they have a few worries. A few worries that England have at the moment is in terms of fitness. David Malan and Mark Wood, two people who are unlikely to be playing. So let me give you an update on that. David Malan, we saw him yesterday do the fitness test and he was running gingerly, and that seemed to suggest, I've put that video out on Sports Today, you could check that, and that seemed to suggest that he may not be fit in time to be available for this game. So David Malan then unlikely, so that's one left-hander out of the playing 11 for England. The other one that they're sweating over as far as his fitness is concerned is Mark Wood, the man who can bowl easily in 150, 55, probably the quickest bowler on display here at the T20 World Cup. He did go for a few runs in the game versus Sri Lanka, but has been very crucial for the English team in the past. There are two ways to look at it. Either he can go for a lot of runs or he can get you some quick wickets, 3 quick wickets. Anything can happen with Mark Wood. So what's the latest on him? He did bowl in the nets. Actually, he had come here for practice, and then because of some body stiffness, Mark Wood pulled out of practice. So he didn't practice after that. Today he tried to bowl, but he was not bowling full throttle. He wasn't bowling with a full run-up or bowling in his usual pace. So he was bowling of a short run-up, maybe trying to test his body, whether he's recovered from that stiffness or not. And then he was bowling, but was clearly nowhere even close to the kind of pace that he can get. So that's the latest about Mark Wood. So it seems like at the moment that both David Malan and Mark Wood may not be fit enough to make the 11 for the English team. So that's the injury update from England camp. The England team, are current 50 over champions. They played the semi-finals last time, and Josh Butler said that listen, they've got one eye on lifting another trophy because of the bunch of guys that they have. They're confident that they can lift another trophy. He was also asked about India-Pakistan final and whether he'd like to spoil the party, and he said, I don't want an India-Pakistan final. We have come to win ourselves. Yes, people may talk about an India-Pakistan final, but for us, we need to win this game, move forward. So yes, because the question was, the world is looking forward to an India-Pakistan final. He said, I'm not. And that's understandable. He as English captain wants to be playing that final. So that's the other thing that Jos Butler spoke about. Again, he was asked about the approach of the English team, because we've gotten so used to this English team being an all-out attacking team, a team that plays aggressive cricket. They've changed the template to an international cricket. All these things are spoken about the English team, but that's not how they've played in this tournament. So he was asked what was the reason behind that, and he said that, listen, we've not consciously changed our approach, but you have to play the opposition and the conditions. So if the conditions and the oppositions don't allow you to play a certain way, then you have to be playing. And if according to him, a pass score here is about 160, 65, he said we're not aiming for 200. Yes, there are days that we can get 200 depending on the opposition, the conditions, but we're not always aiming on that. We have to base our approach on the conditions and the opposition that we're playing. He was also asked what's that one factor that he feels makes India dangerous. He said there's no one factor, they're a good team. And he also believes, he was said that India hasn't had a great record in knockout tournaments. Does that give him a lot of confidence as English captain? He said, no, I'm not looking at that. This Indian team has a lot of talented players, a lot of match winners in their ranks, and they've played a lot of top quality games. They've done well against England in bilaterals as well. So all of that put together, he can't be taking the Indian team lightly. So those are certain things that Jos Butler said. But again, as I repeat, if you've just joined me now, the most interesting bit was what I mentioned at the start of the video. I think that is the most standout thing that Jos Butler said, clearly exuding a lot of confidence in his team. A lot of people are saying, will Pant play? I'm going to do another video on Indian team combination, what the Indian team is going to be doing. But a quick answer to your question, I think Rishabh Pant is going to be playing at the Adelaide Oval. So that's the latest update from here. The Indian team is going to be out for practice shortly, and as soon as they are here, and they have a press conference. We don't know who's going to come for the press conference, but as soon as we get updates on the Indian practice, who's available, who's going to be in the 11, who's going to be speaking to the media, all of that we'll update you. But for that, you need to subscribe to Sports Today. For the moment, from the iconic Adelaide Oval, and this is by the way, it's a ground where India has great memories. Not quite England, 2015 World Cup. They played here. They don't have great memories at this ground. And the other thing that goes in India's favor is that India's already played a game here at the Adelaide Oval. They beat Bangladesh here. This will be England's first game in the tournament at the Adelaide Oval. So, local knowledge, understanding knowledge of this ground or these conditions is something that India have, and which at the moment England don't. So another advantage for India. Weather-wise, it's been hot, very different to when I was here in Adelaide earlier. This is very different conditions. That time it was cold in that game versus Bangladesh. Now it's proper Australian summer that I can feel. It's hot conditions. Yesterday was very hot. Today also it's kind of hot, slightly less hot what we experienced yesterday. It's expected to rain a bit later in the day and maybe early morning tomorrow, but nothing to worry about as far as the game is concerned. The game is going to be in the evening. At that time, weather is fully clear. So again, India is lucky with the weather. You'll get to see a full quota of 40 overs. Signing off, Nikhil Nas from the Adelaide Oval. Bye-bye.